All right, today we're gonna be playing the automatic leave it game. So right now I have Miss Raven. I picked her because I knew she'd be the worst at this game. So it would be perfect for any beginner. So the first, I have some of her breakfast in my hand, which is why she's going crazy. She hasn't had anything this morning. And right now I am going to play this in my hand. I'm gonna move very quickly onto the floor though, because I still want her to be able to follow a lure. So this is all I'm doing. I'm presenting my closed fist with kibble in it, and I'm letting her lick my hand, bite my hand, do everything. I'm waiting for some type of pause, and actually that earlier pause is something I should have marked. So still biting, still sniffing. As long as you can take the pain, wait it out. If it becomes painful, then you can move your hand away. But I suggest keeping your hand as still as possible. Again, if it hurts, that would be a no and a pull away. But as you can see, that kind of amps her up. So as long as you can withstand it, then you're going to just try to keep your hands as still as possible. So I'm still waiting it out. Clearly she's very, very hungry, very excited for breakfast. I would like to keep her in a down just because it's easier to manage her, but anything, I'll take anything. So it's been almost 2 minutes of just her trying to figure this out. That's okay. I haven't done this much with her, so it's expected. So the second she backed off, I opened my hand. She immediately went for it, and so I closed my hand. No, can you not? That hurts. No. No. So she opens. No. No. A piece fell out of my hand, so I just covered that. Yes. Whoops. So right as I said yes, she lunged for it. So that was the reason, yes, that I said no, because I don't want her to lunge for it just because I'm going to bring her the treat. Yes. Good girl. So I'm going to do 2 more reps. Yes. In my hand. As long as she keeps leaving it, alone, then I will continue to reward her, yes. All right, so now I'm going to progress this a little bit further. This is where I want you guys to stay for as long as you need to. And this is putting it on the ground. This makes it just a little bit more real life. It's not 100% real life, but it's something. No. So the exact same thing. She lunges for it, she goes for it, she tries to eat it. I'm going to say no and cover the food that's on the floor. I am going to try and move her so that you guys can see a little bit better though. Back up just a bit, there you go. Yes, no, I think she got one, but that's okay. If she gets one and steals one from me, that's on me. That's my bad. That is not her fault. No. Yes. So she's still very young. She still has a lot of puppy brain. Yes, good girl. So this could be hard for her, but the better she is able to, yes, figure it out, the better for her. It would solidify the learning a lot more. No. So the last phase, the hardest phase, is making this extremely real life, and it is dropping it. Yes. I'm only gonna do 2 of these reps. Yes, good girl. Okay, you're free. So she's gonna run around like a crackhead while I continue talking to you, because that obviously was not her full breakfast. She'll get that after I finish this video. But the idea is for her default to be to leave it alone. It's not hers. Teaching a leave it cue tends to teach our dogs that everything is theirs until they hear leave it, versus teaching an automatic leave it teaches them by default that nothing is theirs until they say, or until they hear get it. So that's what we are building in this, especially with her being a service dog in training. She needs to have that default of nothing is mine. If I am taking her to an event. We just had a chili cook-off in a neighboring town of mine. And if someone dropped or just decided to throw their empty chili sample on the ground, her default needs to be to leave it alone, not to leave her handler and go and enjoy that sample of chili. So and this is where it starts. It starts here with her kibble in my home, in my living room. And she needs this foundation before I can progress to something harder like chili or like food I dropped in my kitchen. This will also help prevent counter surfing, because if they see something on the counter that they really, really want, they have that default of that is not mine. So I do not get it until I hear the cue get it. This is a really simple game. I literally played that with 10 pieces of kibble, and it only took me 6 minutes because I was talking the whole time. I went through my other dogs in less than 5 minutes. I took 5 pieces of kibble. I did 10 for her because her pieces are real small. And I played this really quick on the floor, just covering whenever she goes for it, and then immediately taking my hand away. I want my hand to be away more often than it is covering. That initial, her biting, slobbering all over my hand, it sucks, but we got to get there before we can get to the floor. They got to be able to leave it alone in my hand just a little bit. There's nothing there. I'm sorry, baby. Before we can move it to the floor. Otherwise, it's just going to feel like it's going to last forever. But we want to move to the floor as quickly as possible as well. So that was a short, quick game that you can play with your dog. Literally take 2 minutes out of your day and play this, or 5 pieces of kibble. It goes a long way if you play this in short bursts. Go ahead and have a play. If you have any questions, drop a comment below.